Okay, recording has begun, so we've officially begun. Okay, and I'm trying to see why my screen isn't coming up. It usually comes up automatically. Okay, if I click on that, spotlight for everyone. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, either way, it's not important. I'm going to share screen anyway. So I'm going to, whoop, I must have accidentally closed out my computer lit screen. There it is right there. Okay. So here it comes. Okay, computer lit this week. For those that are at home, and some of you watching this might be at home, some are at school. I'm going to go straight to our week here. The big thing is our personal PowerPoint, which I'll come back to last. The two smaller things this week, we're not doing these two in class, so these are for everyone to do on their own. We have the beginner's guide to OneDrive. We still got quite a few students struggling with OneDrive and saving and finding their files and sharing them and so forth. So I found another beginner's guide video. And if you are really good at OneDrive, it won't hurt you. You know, we always got plenty to learn. So there's a little assignment to go with that. It's not hard. It's 15-minute video. So you can probably do that whole assignment in less than half an hour, probably 20, 25 minutes. So make sure you do that and get that done. Well, that was already due. So hopefully you got that done. Okay, then the PowerPoint. There's a lot of videos like this out there. This isn't the main assignment. This is this video here. It's an 18-minute video. It's 15 PowerPoint tips and tricks. So there's a lot of videos out there of people showing you how to do cool stuff with this software beyond just the basics, or how to take the basics and do something maybe you didn't think of or whatever. So this is just one example. There's lots of others, but make sure you do that. It's due today, and you got a little assignment to go with it. Basically, you're just going to list the 15 tips or tricks and share some of your opinions on what some of the best ones are, or ones you're most interested in. Now, the big one for this week is the PowerPoint, the personal PowerPoint. Those that are in class, we're doing this one in class, so you'll probably get mostly done in class, or not entirely done in class. If you got your basics of PowerPoint done well, like you know how to make your slides and add text and layouts and so forth, that's where you should be after last week's assignment. But what did I include here, just to review for those that may have forgotten or don't know? This is the main assignment right here. If you open this here up, you're making this is a very creative assignment. So each one of these slides should look different. They should have a different background. They should not look alike. They're going to have a word art for the main topic, like favorite movies or just movies. And then they're going to have pictures and graphics on them and be exciting and fun. And then the last thing you're going to do is put a transition on all the slides and then animate them. So you're going to have the stuff pop out. And you want to set all your animations so they either come out with the previous animation or after it. You don't want what's called on click, which is the default. You don't want to have to press the button every single time an animation has to come out. Okay? And then you're going to save that and you'll be submitting that assignment. Okay? Now, what did I include here? Just a little bit of review for Monday, but I have a PDF of a sample one, so you get to have fun doing creative things like this. Now, this particular girl used her pictures for a lot of her backgrounds, which is an option. If you don't want a picture as a background, you're going to put your pictures and text on here. You can do a solid background. You can do a gradient background. You can do a texture. You can do a pattern. Those we covered in class. Now, some of you are saying, I wasn't in class. I didn't see how to do that. I'll get to that, okay? So you're going to have now the pictures do not have to be original. If you have original pictures that apply in any of these, great. You can get them off your camera and get them off or whatever. And if you don't, you can go find pictures on the web and do them that way, or both. How do you get pictures from your camera onto a PowerPoint? It depends on your preference. There's different ways. If you can download them from your camera to either OneDrive or Google Drive, that'd probably be the easiest. And then all you got to do is open your Google Drive or OneDrive and drag them onto your slides. And when you're editing, you literally can drag pictures out onto the slide. To make your word arts up here, you just either double click the text after you write it and then go to insert menu and go to word art, or you can just go to insert and word art and type it in that way. If you do it either way, you're going to end up with the new text that you create with the word art, and you're going to end up with text that might be lingering there from before. You can just click and delete the old lingering text. Now, one little constructive criticism on this slide is she has black text over a fairly dark background. So that's fairly hard to read. So that would probably, some editing there would have made that a little better. Like I said, she used a lot of pictures on the background, and then, you know, you can see like for movies, you just find pictures from the movies. And this one's TV shows. Now, TV shows can be Netflix or anything like that. Just make sure it's school appropriate, hopefully. And oh, my phone's going off here. And so the you got favorite singers. Yeah, your classes, you can do a literal class, like a specific one, like French one or honors choir. You can do just general, like I like math, I like science, or you can do some of both. So a little flexible there, how you do favorite school or class. And places you want to visit. Now, these can be places you actually have been or want to go. Either one's fine. You can do one of each. So you got two slides. One is, let's say you want to go to London, England, and you make a slide on London, England. Now, this assignment was a little different. They had a little different criteria, so this doesn't quite look from our assignment. But, and let's say you've been somewhere. Say you've been to it could be Cedar Point. It could be the camping in the UP. It could be the Grand Canyon, and you make a slide. It could be your own pictures. You can go find some pictures to go with it, and so forth. So you got an example here. Now, this next one I can't really show you now, but this personal sample PPS, that's a PowerPoint show. So if you download that and double click it on your computer, it will play with the animations and with the transitions, and it's timed. You can't edit it, but that's a way you can share a PowerPoint that people can watch it, see your animations and everything, and you can see how she animated it. For those that were not in class to learn about backgrounds and themes, that's this little 4-minute. Now, this does themes also, which we're not really focusing on for here, but it'll show you how to do some custom backgrounds. And you can also look it up any other way you want. You can look up, Google it, how to do backgrounds. It's fairly easy in PowerPoint. This one here is about animation. Animation is about choosing, like, say you got 4 pictures and 2 text things. You know, you click one at a time and you select how you want to enter your slide. We're only doing entry animation. We're not doing emphasis, and we're not doing exit. So just have it enter somehow. There's different options. You know, we want it to appear, fly in from the top, things like that, and do that. Now, this is truly optional. Beginner's Guide to PowerPoint. I just threw that up there. If anyone's at this point feeling a little rusty in PowerPoint, like I didn't quite learn everything, maybe I should have on the first one, here's just a little review on PowerPoint. If you don't need it, just ignore it, okay? So that's your big one for this week. You know, do a good job. I would go through first and just get your text down for each of your slides. The lowest priority is the title slide and the end slide. If you just get text on those and you run out of time, that's okay. But, you know, those of you have time, you can add some pictures or graphics too. But focus on the other ones. Now, if there's any slide that's for some reason not really easy for you to do, let's say the one about books and magazines and games, and you're like, hey, I really don't do that much of any of that stuff. If there's 1 or 2 like that, you can substitute. You can either do another hobby or interest, or one popular one would be doing either favorite foods or favorite restaurants. So if you're going to do 1 or 2 slides, you don't have to ask me for permission. If you're going to want to do more than that, then contact me if there's a special reason you want to do some more than that. And that goes for the one on your family. Most students I have, fortunately, they got fairly normal families, and a family slide is not an issue for them. Occasionally, I get a student who's had some significant, sadly, you know, troubles or whatever they may be, and doesn't really want to do a family slide, and that's okay. This is meant to be a light and a fun assignment, and if there's some issue and you don't want to do a family slide, just pick another, you know, topic. And if you need to contact me, that's okay. So that's it for the week. Do a good job, get everything in. If you're behind in anything, not only get it in, but contact me, send me a message, email, or something to remind me about that. Okay? Any questions? Kind of went straight to the point today. Okay. If there isn't, everyone have a good rest of the week. And we're going to wrap this here up. PowerPoint. The hybrid classes are going to do presentations next week. So next week is going to be one of the weeks where there's a little bit of difference between the online only class and the hybrid classes. But I'll basically have, a few minor variations on assignments for next week. And we'll have some other things we'll all be doing, obviously. Okay? If you got a question, Zach, I'll hang around and chat with you here in a minute. And anyone else got a question, just either unmute and ask or put it in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen there. I don't know why it doesn't put me up here. I got to figure out what I got to do. Well, that will be another day. I'll figure that out. Okay. Everyone have a great day. Zach, I'll talk with you in a second. Isidro and Colin, take care. Let me know if there's any questions or any problems. Okay, Zach, if you don't mind undoing your microphone and your video, if you got a video there, if you don't mind, so I can actually, like I'm talking to a real human being here, not to a name on a square. Okay, Colin can listen in if you'd like. He's still here with us. HCTV, let me first start out. Have you done any video editing or videography or stuff like that?
Not since your class.
Oh, just a minute. Before we go any further, I'm going to end. No, here's what I'm going to do. Just a minute. Oh, I'm just going to end the recording just a second.